With the arrival of the Arid Animal Pack, we have to say goodbye to 5 beautiful mods that we're going to cover today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. My name is Leaf, and it's so great for you guys to join me as we check out the Frontier vs. Modders DLC comparison video. Today we are covering the animals of the dromedary camel, the black rhino, I believe, what else do we have in here? The addax, Dama gazelle, and the gorgeous Somali wild ass. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, the original dromedary camel mod made by Nick has not changed a day since it came out, but really, how could it? It was just a really exceptionally well done model, and one that has honestly stood the test of time for at least 7 or 8 updates. But with the arrival of the new dromedary camel, we have to say goodbye to this one. It was always so beautiful. Now, obviously, it doesn't have the cool color morph variations that the new dromedary camel has, but it always served us very well in our zoos, whether you be playing ZSU or you just wanted to make a simple zoo with these very classic zoo animals. It was so great for Nick to have this mod out, and it's so sad to see this true and classic mod finally step aside for an official version. And speaking of that official version, check these guys out. These guys have 5 different color morph variations from melanistic to piebald, all the way to like leucistic and a couple normal coats too. It's a really beautiful model, and all the detail in here is incredible. Frontier just always has an incredible way to showcase their artistic skills, especially with the dromedary camel. You could tell that every neck fold, every little inch on the knee, every single little piece of this animal is incredible, and it really does stand the test of time and showcases just how quality these animals are in the Arid Animal Pack. But without further ado, we must always say goodbye to a mod, and thank you so much, Nick, for providing us with the best dromedary camel mod that we could have ever asked for. Now, the Black Rhino mod has been one that we've been waiting for a long time, and with its final release around 2 updates ago, it was so awesome to be able to play with these guys and actually see you guys build for them. This is made by Mark, Gaboy, Nick, and myself, and it was just such an incredible animal to put together. Obviously based off of, I believe, the Southern White Rhino, these guys turned out incredible, and it was absolutely worth the wait to get these guys officially in the real game through the Arid Animal Pack. And while the mod did some incredible things, having an official version just always goes the extra distance. I feel like Frontier kind of need to step up the game. If there is a good looking mod out there, they gotta add those tiny little details, kind of like the tufts on the ear, the little custom tail and stuff like that. And this one in particular has been one that has wowed me for such a long time. And a long time being as long as I've had the DLC, but these guys are still so beautiful. All the skin detail, all those little minor things, especially with the horn, it really helps this animal stand out as probably one of my favorite animals in the pack. I always think it's a little sad whenever we do have to say goodbye to a mod, especially one that so many people have worked tirelessly on. So thank you so much to Gaboy, Mark, and Nick for creating this lovely Black Rhino mod that really got us through so many updates of the game. You guys did an incredible job for it, and we all appreciate you for it. Narwhaler is known for his hoofstock mods, and the addax is one that I think everyone can agree with was top of the line. He always does an incredible job with custom horns, custom normals, and custom textures that really help showcase an animal and the true beauty of it, even if you aren't really a big hoofstock fan. Again, Narwhaler is an incredible artist. He brings such joy to whatever he makes, and it really shows through his mods, through everything when it comes to their Zoopedia, when it comes to their pictures. All that stuff is incredible. But of course, when we get official versions of Narwhaler's mods, it's always just a little bittersweet, because we get to see those tiny little details that Frontier has nailed down, but it's always so sad because the real awesome work of Narwhaler kind of just goes away, kind of like these addax right now. It is a little bit of a shame because Narwhaler actually included winter coat variants for the addax that we don't really get in this official version. It's a little bit of a shame, but I understand why Frontier wouldn't want to do that kind of stuff, you know? Am I looking at you, the Arctic Fox? But everything on the official Addicts I just love, aside from that little winter coat. The details in the eyes, the details in the belly, the details in the fur combing, it's incredible. But alas, with this update comes the kind of discontinuation of the modded Addicts. Always a little bit sad to see it. But thank you so much to Narwhaler for being able to provide this animal to us. We really do appreciate it. Now, the Dama Gazelle mod is one that was very interesting because it wasn't just the Dama Gazelle, it was the Adra Gazelle, it was the Moor Gazelle. The Dama Gazelle by Jen actually provided 3 different subspecies variants that the official one just doesn't account for. Now, of course, some of these aren't really held in zoos, but it's still awesome to be able to see these pop up with the modded animal, and who knows, maybe we'll get those subspecies officially, well, with the official Dama Gazelle as a base, I guess. Jen always did such an incredible job with her mods, with her textures, that really distinguished a very unique style that I feel like no one else is really able to accomplish. Her line work is so smooth, and it just turned into these beautiful, beautiful, impressive animals when all is said and done. And while we do need to say goodbye to these beautiful variants, we could always look to the official versions for what we have now. Dama Gazelles are incredibly beautiful creatures, and I'm so happy that Frontier was able to do them so much justice when it came to everything about these guys. The details in the face alone just sell this animal for me. All the little whiskers on the nose, all the little kind of grooves in the face, even the little lines on their legs turned out incredible, and these guys are just oozing straight up quality. And while they don't have the other subspecies as variants, I'm so happy with the one that they chose because it is somewhat common in zoos wherever you can find them, and it is just a very beautiful model nonetheless. I never really was a big hoofstock fan until recently, so being able to get these guys right at this time is incredible, and I'm super happy that Frontier did such an incredible job on them as well. However, once again, we do need to say goodbye to this beautiful mod. Thank you so much to Jen for providing us with a lovely Dama Gazelle for at least 5 or 6 updates. This guy really stood the test of time, and it's so sad to see it go away, but we always look to the future for more incredible mods with the new ones as a new base. Last but not least is the Somali Wild Ass. This one made by me, oh my gosh, is one that I kind of worked a little bit too hard on. Especially given the fact that we did end up getting these guys the update after I made them, but they are beautiful animals nonetheless. Check these guys out. Now, when we did get the Przewalski's Wild Horse as a new base, as a new rig, everyone really wanted this to be ported over, and I kind of stepped up to the plate. I was like, you know what, sure, I'll handle it. And I think I did a pretty good job, but that is nothing compared to what Frontier can. Now, for Frontier Somali Wild Ass, you get what you pay for. This pack provides one of the most beautiful interpretations of this animal that I have ever seen, and every single little detail in here just is straight up gorgeous. All the little details in the face over here are what absolutely sell me. Just every single little detail, from the shading on the muzzle up to the eyes, from the little bit of flecks of black and white hair on the mane, these guys turned out incredible. Not to mention that they also get a variety of new animations as well, which is always such an incredible thing to see when it comes to these animals that we got in the new DLCs. It's just super awesome. They even have a nice little trotting animation that you guys can check out in one of my other videos, which is just the cutest damn thing in the world, and these guys are just one of my favorites out of this entire pack. Very close second to the Black Rhino. But that is it, my friends. We have covered every single modded animal officially released that we've seen on the Nexus and we now see in the Arid Animal Pack. Thank you guys so much for joining me, but before we do let off, I do want to give 2 quick shout outs to some mods that never really got their chance to shine or just were kinda left in the dust. Now, of course, people can have their own opinions on the Sandcat that we got in the Arid Animal Pack, but we just want to give a quick shout out to Mega Gaming Rex, who actually made the first Sandcat mod. While it did get stuck in 1.7, we still had a lot of fun with it when it did come out, so we have to give a huge shout out to. Besides that, we also got the African crested porcupine in the Arid Animal Pack, and while we never really did get a porcupine mod out, except for the Brazilian and North American porcupine, I guess, Jen did have one that was a work in progress that I feel like, you know, I think you guys would be able to see it now. You could see Jen worked so hard on getting like all those quills right. We even had Nick step in kind of like last month to try and update it, but we were kind of just biding our time and seeing if we would actually get these guys as an official animal, and look at that, it paid off. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy this video, I do these probably every single DLC season now, depending on if we do get modded animals that are replaced by official animals, which at this point we have over 500 animals on the Nexus now. We're bound to at least get something replaced each update. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to drop a little like, and possibly even consider subscribing if you do want to see more videos from me. I cover tons of things from like unmodded to modded builds for Planet Zoo, mod showcases, all that stuff. So if you guys did enjoy it, be sure to look out for more of that kind of stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Take care, and goodbye.